Hi, I'm Emily Curtis-Sinkevich. Some of you may have seen some of my videos out there as I'm promoting myself for the next Face of Horror, also known as Emily the Zombie Maiden. And I wanted to take a little time right now that we're so well into the competition to tell you a little bit about myself and why I'm competing and what it would mean to me to be the next Face of Horror. My earliest memory of being drawn to horror was getting to walk through this video store in the town next to where I grew up and seeing all the classic VHS covers like Sleepaway Camp with the bloody knife through the sneaker, Halloween, witch's board with the hand coming up from the Ouija board, grabbing the neck of the woman, and just kind of reading a little bit about what these films were about. I was never allowed to watch them because my parents tried to protect me from those things. But as I got a little older, I would get to see bits and pieces that just happened to be on while other people were watching, like Pet Sematary 2, Leprechaun 3, even some of the milder horror movies like Tremors. Just getting to see those and just having this curiosity and just following the storyline, like where's it gonna go, who's gonna get it next, just kind of thrilled me and drew me in more, even if I was just a little bit scared. And that was, I think, the part I loved most about it. I can remember probably my earliest memory of what movie scared me the most growing up was the classic King Kong film. It was a film that was on at our house when we would throw a Halloween party with some of my parents' friends. Every Halloween they would play it on PBS and it would just play it in the background while everybody was having a good time. And I couldn't even get myself to really go into the room while it was on because just seeing King Kong swing around the top of the Empire State Building trying to get the planes, it just terrified me for some reason. I would duck out of the room real quick and then I would come back in just to see what was happening, and then I'd duck back out again. And I just remember how scared it made me as a little kid, and that I would slowly have my fears get less and less as I got older, and just being more drawn in to that and just having a good laugh about it as I got older and thought, why was I so scared of this? What exactly my favorite scary movies are, I can definitely never just pick one. I have a plethora of ones that I love. I love the classic 80s, 90s slasher flicks. Like the Scream franchise, one of my favorites. I think because it's not the traditional jump scare tactic, and the fact that something of this nature could so easily happen in real life, and it could be the person next to you and you would never know. Dark comedies I particularly like the classic Child's Play movies and Chucky. I think that's one of the great original dark comedies to really set the stage for others, like Happy Death Day and Freaky. But I'm also a little bit about the gore. I've seen the Jigsaw movies and the mind games that it plays with the audience as you're trying to figure out how this all connects. It's just so many to choose. I created my character Emily the Zombie Maiden as a way to promote myself for Face Horror. I originally just started it as doing the makeup to get a photo ready for applying for the Face of Horror in 2023. And in an effort to try to promote myself and get my name out there, I decided that it would be fun to get to play with that character a little bit more. And so I gave kind of this look of Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, with the allure of Morticia Addams, and throwing in a little bit of the puns that Tales of the Crypt Keeper had that just made him comical and yet a little spooky, and just kind of ran with it. And I really enjoyed getting to play with this character a little bit and see what I can do with my abilities as an aspiring actress. I'd say that these days I don't get a lot of scares from horror movies. I can sit through them and actually just be really intrigued by the storyline. But I would say the one character that has really made me jump was the Red Demon from the Insidious films. The first time I saw that demon as it was lurking behind one of the characters, it just really shocked me, and I was like, oh my god. And I just was so frightened by this, even just a little bit, but it was probably the most frightening feeling I have had towards a character in a horror film in a very long time. And even now, it still makes me a little unnerved when he pops out in the films. I think there are so many out there that really deserve the opportunity for the chance to be the face of horror. The reason for me, though, is I have dabbled in acting and modeling on and off the last few years. I even won a contract with the model shop for a time when I was 25, and not long after that I found out that my husband and I were expecting our first child. And so, like any good parent, you put them first and you put some of your own dreams on hold until you are able to go back to them. But sometimes life happens and throws you a curveball. And I found out that our son and his little brother, who came along a few years later, both are on the spectrum and have needed a lot of time and energy to take care of them. And while it's been a wonderful experience, I've never really given up on the chance to live my dreams. So when I saw the Face of Horror competition and getting to have a chance to be photographed for this magazine and maybe get my name out there somehow, I just really wanted to go for it with everything I've got. And it would just mean the world to me to have that chance. If I were to get the grand prize, I would probably use more of it on my family than myself. We are trying to look for a place of our own and give our family a chance to have a backyard to run around in. One of the other aspects that I've been trying to do, expanding my acting ability, is go into voiceover, and I would probably use a portion of that to get the training I would need and the equipment so that I could be able to do that from home and still be able to take care of my family the way I would love to, and probably just make sure that my boys have what they need, because none of this would be worth it without them being a part of it. And I think that's the greatest thing you focus on is your family. Well, I thank you for all those who have watched this, and if you are so kind as to vote for me, I would truly appreciate it, and I thank you very much for giving me this chance to tell my story, and hopefully I will see you very soon. Until then.